Hey everybody! So we are going to be working on our letter home today. We have two versions of the letter home. So if your version looks like this, you're in the right spot. If it looks a little different, then you can just refer to the other video. So we're going to be going over writing a letter home to a family member. If you don't want to write home, you can always write to a teacher or a friend or a family member. We're going to be writing home about the article we learned about this week. So I'm going to go over the icons that we should be cutting out. Sorry if you hear that banging noise. It's from downstairs. So we have Swedish meatballs, climate change, protect, Sweden, Greta Thunberg and Earth, important, and Earth. Make sure you guys have these cut out before we copy and paste them into or cut and paste them into our letter. So we're going to start with the beginning. It says, why don't I read this all out loud and then we'll fill in the blanks right after. Dear blank, this week the title of the newspaper was blank. I learned about a place called blank. I had fun making a new recipe called blank. I learned 4 new words. My favorite part of the paper was the story, recipe, or joke from your name. So let's start with dear. You can write Dear Mom, or you can write Miss Chen, or you can write Dad, or you can write Sister, or Miss Julia. Any of these people, or whoever else you can think of, or even a classmate, another classmate. So we're going to say, this week the title of the newspaper was, and so if you don't remember what the title of the newspaper was, you can go look at the article. The title of the newspaper was it Swedish meatballs, climate change, protect, Sweden, Greta Thunberg and Earth, important, or Earth? The title of the newspaper was Greta Thunberg and Earth. So, this week the title of the newspaper was Greta Thunberg and Earth. I learned about a place called, which place did we learn about? So this was a little tricky because there's actually 2 places, but specifically we learned about where Greta Thunberg is from, a specific location, a country. Is it Swedish meatballs, climate change, protect, Sweden, important, or Earth? Where is she from? We learned about a place called Sweden. She's from a country in Sweden, and Sweden is a country in Europe. I had fun making a new recipe called, so this one, as we said before, we don't do our cooking class, but it would be Swedish meatballs. But you can also think about maybe something your family has made or just something that you've eaten this week that you really enjoyed. I learned 4 new words. What were our 4 new vocabulary words? So for this, you can look on your vocabulary definitions page that you worked on Tuesday, I believe. It's in your packet. The 4 new words: climate change, protect, important, Earth. So those are the last 4 options that we have to cut and to paste, and so those are what we'll put down. We have climate change, protect, important, Earth. Very good. My favorite part of the paper was the story, recipe, or joke. So we didn't do the recipe. We don't have the joke, so the only option we have is story.
Story.
And then we're going to write our name from your name. So let's read that again. Dear Mom, this week the title of the newspaper was Greta Thunberg and Earth. I learned about a place called Sweden. I had fun making a new recipe called Swedish meatballs. I learned 4 new words: climate change, protect, important, Earth. My favorite part of the paper was the story from your name.